Hi students, welcome to this video session. My name is Samuel Chukwuemeka. In this video session we shall discuss percent applications part 1. It is highly recommended that you view the previous videos in the unit on percent prior to viewing this video. So we are going to solve some more practical applications of percent, and they are going to be word problems. Don't be scared, okay? Number 1, Bill and Sil went to dine at La Casa restaurant. They decided to leave a 12% tip of their bill of $34.99. How much was their tip? So this is pretty straightforward. The tip will be what? 12% of $34.99. So this will be 12 over 100 times $34.99. And what does it give us? 12 times $34.99 then divided by 100. So it gives us 4.1988. Remember to put the dollar sign. And of course, because the cent is 2 decimal places, if we round it up, this will now be $4.20. Yeah. The restaurant will not charge you $4.19. No. They won't lose. They will charge you $4.20. Okay, so that's question 1. Number 2, the cost of a BlackBerry Z10 phone at Emmanuel's Phones is $220.98, excluding a sales tax of 7%. How much is the sales tax? So this excludes sales tax of 7%. So the sales tax will be what? The sales tax will be 7% of the $220.98. So this will be 7 out of 100 times 220.98. So when we do that, what does it give us when we do it? 7 times 220.98 divided by 100. So it gives us 15.4686. And that will be, if we round it up to 2 decimal places, it is 15.47. $15.47 is the sales tax. Okay? Let's go ahead and do question 3. Question 3 says, from question 2, if the cost, of course the cost was $220.98. If it includes a sales tax of 7%, what is the sales tax? Now, in this question, I want you to know the difference here. Here says excludes. Excludes means it does not include, right? It doesn't include. And this one says includes. So this is excludes and this is include. So that is to tell us that the $220.98 includes that sales tax. So the sales tax, you know, it's not the same way we found number 2. It's not at all. It's not. I mean, the sales tax in this case will be smaller because the price of the phone will be smaller. So the sales tax will be smaller because in this case, the $220.98 includes also the sales tax. So it's inclusive there. So that means that the original price of the phone will not be $220.98. It's going to be smaller than that. And because the original price of the phone is going to be smaller than that, the sales tax will also be smaller. So how do we go about doing this? Okay, we don't know the original price of the phone, and we don't even know the sales tax. So that presents a challenge for us because it wasn't as straightforward as question 2. So what we are going to do now is, we don't know the original price of the phone. And remember, what you don't know in mathematics, you do what? You assign a variable. So we assign a variable. We just say, let the original price of the phone, be, it could be X. Let's just call it X. Right? And then 7% sales tax will be what? 7% sales tax of X will be what? 7 over 100 times what? X. And that will give you 0.07 times X. And that will give you 0.07X. Yeah. Now, be careful. Questions on percents are not all that straightforward. Okay? Sometimes it will require you to think. And the good thing about mathematics is that it strengthens your thinking, your reasoning abilities. It enhances it, it strengthens it, it makes you to think. So, this price includes the original price of the phone as well as the sales tax. Okay, everything amounts to $220.98. Now, we don't know the original price of the phone. We call it a variable, X. So we get the 7% sales tax of that X. It gave us 0.07X. So the price of the phone and plus the sales tax gives us $220.98. So this means that X plus 0.07X will give us $220.98. So with your knowledge of variables, X plus 0.07X is 1.07X, equal to $220.98. So you divide both sides by 1.07, X will be $220.98 divided by 1.07. So what is our X now? When we do that, $220.98 divided by 1.07, that gives us 206.5233645. We don't need to round up anyway. We just write it as it is. Now, but this is the original price of the phone now. This is the original price, $206.52. But I'm not going to round up because I still want to find the sale price. So I have to just multiply this by, remember the sales tax is 0.07X. Remember. So this amount times 0.07, and that gives us 14 point. So our sales tax will be, I got here 14.45663551. So that will be approximately what? Now the sales tax will now be what? Approximately $14.46. So you see it's smaller, and you see that the price of the phone also is smaller, $206.52. That's the price of the phone. And then you multiply it by 0.07, gives you the sales tax, $14.46. Okay? All right. I think we finished 1 through 3, so we can have some space here. For questions 4 and 5, expecting new arrivals, IFAS Electronics laptops went on sale for 20% off the original price. A customer purchases a laptop for $588, which excludes a 5% sales tax. How much was the original price of the laptop? Now, this should be $588. So, this $588 is the sale price. The $588 is the sale price. Okay, for questions 4 and 5. $588 is the sale price. And they want you to find the original price. Okay, let's think about how we will do this question. The laptops were on sale for 20% off the original price. So we don't know the original price. We don't know it. Now, they have already done the 20% off, the discounted price. And the discounted price came to be $588. The discounted price came to be $588. And this excludes a 5% sales tax. Okay, so we don't know the original price, so let it be X. Let the original price be, let's say K. Let's just call it K. So now 20% off the original price. 20% off. 20% off K will be, now it will be what? 20 over 100 times K. And that will give us a 0.2K. 0.2 times K, which is 0.2K. Right? So the discounted price now, what will be the discounted price? Discounted price will now be K minus 0.2K. Remember, that's after you remove the discount. Okay? And that will give us what? 0.8 what? K. So this 0.8K is equivalent to $588. So 0.8K is equal to 588. So you divide both sides by 0.8. K will be 588 divided by 0.8. And what does it give us if we do that? 588 divided by 0.8. And that will give us $735. So this is the original price. And you know you can check this. You can actually check it. You know that, right? You can actually check to see whether you got the original price correct. We can do 20% as a check. We can do first. We can do 20% off $735, right? So you do 0.2 times 735. That gives you $147. $147, and then the discounted price now, the discounted price, okay, or the sale price will now be 735 minus 147. 15 minus 7 is 8. 12 minus 4 is 8. 6 minus 1 is 5. 588. That's the original amount. The sale price, the discounted price. Yeah, 588. That's the sale price or the discounted price. Okay? So that's for question 4. Now, question 5. Question 5 says, from question 4, assuming the $588 laptop includes a 5% sales tax, what was the original price of the laptop? Now, this is more challenging, actually. Okay? You know, in this case, the $588 does not include the sale price. So, but in question 5, in question 4, it does not include, the $588 does not include the sale tax, 5% sales tax. But for question 5, assuming the $588 includes a 5% sales tax, how are we going to find the original price of the laptop? And in this case also, you will see that it's going to be, the original price will be smaller, because the $588 will include the sale price, will include the sale tax, I'm sorry. So the original price is going to be smaller than $735. But how do we find it now? Okay, now we still have that the discounted price from here, we still have that the discounted price is 0.8K. That's the discounted price. And of course, it's equivalent to the 588. But remember, we won't just jump to 588 to equate it to 588, because in this case, the 588 includes the sale tax, the 5% sales tax. So when you get the discounted price now, right, you find 5% sales tax of this, 5% sales tax of 0.8K. In this case, we have to find the 5% sales tax since it's included. Okay, so that will give us what? 5 over 100 times 0.8K. And that will give us a 0.05 times 0.8K. And that will give us a what? What is it going to give us? 0.05 times 0.8. That will give us 0.04K. 0.04K. So now, what will now be the discounted price plus tax? Discounted price plus tax will be 0.8K plus 0.04K. And that will give us what? 0.84K. Okay, it's going to give us 0.84K. Now, this 0.84K includes the sale tax, and that is now equal to the 588. So we now equate 0.84K equal to 588. So our K will be 588 over 0.84. And in this case, what will be the original price? 588 divided by 0.84. And that is $700. So you see, it is smaller than $735. It's going to be smaller. Can we check it to make sure? Let's check it to see whether it makes sense. Now, one thing with these word problems is if you can check it, that will be fine. If you can check it. So assuming the original price was $700, right? 20% of it, 20% of $700 to 20% of 700. Let's do that first. 20% of $700 will give us 0.2 times 700, right? And that is $140, right? Now, so the discounted price, 20% now off, that's the discounted price in this case, discounted price, or you can say 20% off. Discounted price will be what? 700 minus 140, right? 0, 10 minus 4 is 6, right? And 6 minus 1 is 5. 560. Okay? Then you now do 5% sales tax. 5% sales tax. 5% sales tax will be 0.05 times 560. 0.05 times 560. And that is 28. 28. So now the price plus tax, because tax is included, will be 560 plus $28, and that gives us 588. What we got here. Okay, so please, what problems are easy, but you really have to think very well, before you do it. Some of them are so straightforward, some are not. And for those that are not straightforward, it's good if you write it out one at a time. Okay? So watch out for part 2. Thank you so much for listening, students.
and you have a grade